Okay, hello internet. So recently someone made a video full of complete and utter bullshit. Not entirely, but the majority of it was either complete bullshit, just absolute the stinkiest bullshit you can possibly imagine, or it was very one-sided, and I was never consulted. No one came to me asking for my side. I haven't talked to this person since their wedding, and before that had been about since last summer. So I don't know what's going on here. I of course didn't expect this. I feel attacked. I feel plotted against. This was clearly planned and thought through for a very long time. But I'm going to let my dogs bark at whatever is walking in front of our window and address her claims. I'm going to do my best to not give anyone any clout from this situation, because it is very apparent to me that many people are trying to do that. And that bothers me, so I'm not going to really play into that. And I'm also not here to tear anyone down. I'm not here to expose anyone. I'm only defending my name. I think I've done a very good job of doing this, and I will continue to do so. But unfortunately, at this point, it does appear as though as soon as I clear my name of one thing, another bullshit accusation comes out. So I guess I will be here for a while. I'm not sure. I've been doing my best to move on. I've been doing my best to learn from this entire situation and move on. I've done a very good job of not allowing my friends or the people around me to manipulate my decisions, and I will continue to do that as well. But for now, let's go through some of her points. I was fortunate enough to be able to have a good friend of mine who watched the video before she deleted it and then blamed me for deleting it, although I did not talk to her about deleting it. I did apologize for some of the things that she said in this video personally. But even when she said she deleted it, the video wasn't deleted, it was just unlisted, so I was still able to look at it. So, interesting. But anyways, I have a bunch of quotes from the video that I'm just going to read to you and then address immediately, and I'm just going to go through these as quick as possible. This is likely going to be 2 parts because there's a whole lot of stinky bull in this video. So, not all of it. You know, I'm not going to lie. Gabrielle and I have fought. I've said things I regret. I've done things I regret. But to suggest that I'm this absolute monster is just disgusting and a total reach and a embarrassing, pathetic, desperate attempt to get some viewership. And then as soon as you start getting it, of course it gets hate, and then you delete the video and then blame me. Very interesting. But that's the most hostility you will get from me in this entire video. But so in the beginning of the video, she says that she knows me well. Besides her wedding that I went to like 6 months ago, I had not seen her since our Dominican Republic trip, which was last summer. So to suggest that we know each other, considering I also only hung out with you a maximum of 5 times over all of high school, to suggest that we know each other well is not true. She then goes on to say that there are so many bad things happening to my ex and basically implies that they're my fault. I don't understand what you're talking about. I was off social media for 4 months. When I came back, I made a video saying I'm alive, made another video only talking highly of Gabrielle, and then made 2 videos saying that I didn't cheat. I was only going to make 1, but then people were still calling me out saying I was lying, so I made another one addressing the fake cheating texts, which I still don't know who did, but as I start to pay attention a little more, it becomes more and more clear who made those texts. I did not spread any rumors. I did not get my friends involved. I did not get my family involved, although I guarantee you my friends and family certainly wanted to be involved, but I've done a very good job of keeping them quiet, keeping them mature and out of this situation, because no one should also be in this situation. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate people sticking up for their friends. I think that's very respectable, but when you do that with no merit and your intentions are pretty obvious and you don't talk to me first, you haven't talked to me in a very long time. I don't know what has changed since the last time I saw you, but when the intentions of this video are so obvious, it's honestly more cringe and annoying than it is actual support for your friend. She then goes on to claim that she never saw me with Gabrielle at parties. I assume she's referring to high school. This is for many reasons, one of which when I'd see you at parties, for one, I only saw you like a maximum of 5 times throughout my entire high school experience, but also you went to a different school. My ex didn't have very many friends there. She was also not very social anyways, and her parents were rather strict. We've said this and acknowledged this and brought this up many times over the course of years of making content together. Also, you know this, what the f are you talking about? She then goes on a very long rant about how I did not post a video of us together from 4 years ago. The reason I didn't post this vlog, and I know you know this, but I'm telling the audience this because they obviously don't know this because you did not bring this up in your video, was because when we went to do this vlog. We were with a bunch of people, and the whole point was to give gifts to sick kids. When I say sick kids, I don't mean like, ooh, they have the flu. I'm talking, these kids are going to die. And we were bringing them gifts. And you really want me to put my camera, get them in the background for the thumbnail, say smile? No, I wasn't going to do that. We had this conversation in the car, and that's why I didn't post the video. It seemed wrong. And also, man, you guys tell this guy to stop calling me sometimes, good lord. Also, the guy that set the whole thing up, that wanted us to vlog this, was about to promote music soon, and was basically, in my opinion, trying to use her and I to make a video in order for him to look good, because of course he was in it a lot, considering he was the one that always wanted to carry the gifts. I saw right through that bullshit. It felt wrong. I wasn't gonna post the video. Next, she complains about another video from like 4 years ago that I did with my friend and her friend. So it was us four. So it was my friend, me, her friend. The video sucked, okay? My friend was very uncomfortable. Her friend was very uncomfortable. I had just recently introduced my ex as my girlfriend on the channel. She didn't even want me to do a video with another girl. So at this point, it's just me and her, but she was very loud, very annoying, and only drank pickle juice. And as funny as I guess she considered that, I didn't think it was very funny. I didn't even attempt to edit the video. I didn't realize this was an issue. I honestly forgot about it, and I'm sorry. She implies that the reason I didn't post these videos was because she was a smaller YouTuber, and then also, you know, reiterates multiple times that she doesn't care, yet she's been bringing it up for the last 5 minutes in this video. But the thing is, I was probably 5 times your channel size at the time. I didn't care. I didn't care. I just didn't like the videos that you were in because they weren't good. But later on, whenever I am literally 10xing your numbers, at this point you are getting about 10,000 views and I'm getting about 250,000 views, so actually 25x. At that point we went to the Dominican and I put you in every single vlog, if I can remember correctly. So if your point is that I was just, you know, this clout hungry, only working with people bigger than me, didn't want to give a shout out to the little YouTuber in town, bullshit. This is then when she starts to talk about how I was supposedly this horrible boyfriend and uses an example of a double date we went on. For one, this was the only double date we ever went on. And I'm going to acknowledge right off the bat that I was pissed off about the entire time we were on this date, because my ex wanted us to get there 30 minutes early. So of course I have no balls, so we were there 30 minutes early, and she proceeded to be there with her boyfriend 45 minutes late. So we sat in the car for over an hour just waiting for them. I'm hungry. We then they finally arrive, we go to take pictures and whatnot, and we were supposed to be vlogging. They weren't. That pissed me off. I felt that was disrespectful since I was told that we would. I now realize that's probably because they had a grudge from 3 years ago at the time when I didn't post a video of her drinking pickle juice and screaming at me and her friend for 15 minutes. So for that, I'm sorry. I really was pissed. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, no, I was just a little, like, I was pissed. I was hungry, I was tired, I felt used in a way, which I felt was fair. I get like that. I've been like that before on multiple occasions. I'm not here to act like I'm some sort of saint, but I'm also not here to, for 1 second, even consider that I might have been this horrible boyfriend that she is trying to imply that I was. She then gets very upset that after we took our pictures and finally went to go get food, Gabrielle paid for my meal. Yes, she did. She paid for my meal. I'm sorry that upsets you. She then brings up our Dominican Republic trip, saying that we were just fighting the entire time. That's not true, obviously. I don't think anyone believed that. I think she's more so trying to say that we fought a lot, which is also not necessarily true. And she says that she heard it in our treehouse. Well, her treehouse was pretty close to ours, so that does make sense. However, we were only in the treehouse in the morning, waking up, and literally to go to bed. I will acknowledge that we did fight a lot on that trip for reasons that were very petty, many of which were my fault. Like, I trashed our treehouse, I didn't flush. The fact that I have to bring this up is just stupid in my opinion. And to suggest that it was just me yelling at my ex while she just sits there with a smile on her face waiting for it to be over is just ridiculous, and you know this. Also, on that trip, I made a lot of good friends, I had a great time, and I still keep in touch with a lot of those people today. So to suggest that I was just this over-sexualizing, abusive boyfriend the entire trip is just absolutely disgusting and ridiculous, and such a reach, and such an obvious attempt to destroy someone's reputation for the benefit of someone else, so that they can either introduce someone new or start doing YouTube on their own time and have this, you know, humongous praise of everyone, when in reality you are just on someone that has been going through the worst time of their life. I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this. Because I have stayed quiet, because I have taken the high road, because I haven't gotten all these people involved, I come off as extremely vulnerable. That's not true. I shouldn't be seen this way. I should be seen as a human being that's just trying to move on. I have made mistakes. I plan to acknowledge those, but to simply suggest that I was this horrible, abusive boyfriend on this trip and all the time, it's just... No, that's not true, but I don't know how I'm supposed to go about explaining this besides saying, like, f you, you know what I mean? This is the last point I'm going to touch on, and then I'm going to do a part 2 because my freaking internet is not going to, because I'm at my house right now, my internet is not going to be able to upload a 40-minute video. I already tried that, didn't work. So she then goes on to say that I'm a businessman and that I only care about money. So this is what bothered me the most of the entire video. So yes, I am a businessman. She then goes on to say that I only care about money and I do not care about my audience. That's not true. That's never been true. I think I've made that obvious to the people around me and to the people that watch our content over the course of many, many, many years, both by what I say, the way I act, and the decisions I've made in business and just in general. So I'm not going to really try to go on a huge rant about that. But she then lies and says that I told her that I didn't care about the views, or I didn't care about the fans. I only cared about the views, and that I only wanted to make money. As the incredible businessman you claim I am, and I also acknowledge that I truly am, an intelligent businessman would never in their right mind ever tell a bunch of YouTubers around them that they don't care about their audience. So for one, that's just bullshit. Two, I never said that anyways. I never even think that way. I literally spent 4 months away from everything. So to suggest that I only care about money is ridiculous, considering I didn't post a single video or a sponsorship for 4 months. I think my intentions are pretty clear at this point. And also, if it bothers you that I put mid-rolls in my videos defending my name after I've been attacked for 4 months, and you're upset that if I click and I can triple my revenue and perhaps buy a boat for the lake one day, if that upsets you, go f yourself. I'm sorry that it upsets you so bad that you felt the need to sit here and attack me and lie blatantly about things I've supposedly said when in fact I never said that. And I would encourage you to find someone else that was around, because there were certainly a lot of people around that will also say that I said that, because I keep in touch with quite a few of them, and I highly doubt they'd be willing to lie for your cause. Okay, so admittedly this is bothering me quite a bit more than I intended it to, so I would like to point out the fact that I did YouTube on multiple channels, multiple different types of videos for 5 years without making a dollar. I also did Twitch, and when you're the only person and you're so young doing this around town, everyone knows about it and everyone has an opinion, and I have a feeling that the person that made this video attacking me understands what it's like to be made fun of, considering she's literally been made fun of by PewDiePie. So to suggest that you don't know this, you don't know my history, since you've lived around here, you know this, and to suggest that you don't relate to this and that you don't understand what I've been through, what I've done to get to the point that I'm at, to just blatantly lie about something I never said, multiple things I never said, would never be stupid enough to say in the first place, is very offensive. And I don't know why you felt the need to do that. That's gonna be the end of this one. I'm about to film the second part. I didn't mean to get so aggressive and angry, but as you can imagine, as a human being, when you're attacked without expecting it by people you haven't talked to in so long and think that they know the story, it's rather frustrating, as you can imagine. It's very frustrating, and it hurts, and it has f***ed me up pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I appreciate you making it to this point in the video. Part 2 will be posted probably right after this one, depending on how long it takes me to, or if more so just how long it takes me to sit my ass down and just get this over with, because I just don't see this ending. I mean, every time I come out and I say something like, hey, no, this didn't happen, there's this new accusation, and some of them are just absolutely ridiculous to the point where I don't even feel like I need to address them, but it's like maybe I do, because I almost feel like if I don't, it's like saying I did it, but at the same time, that's what they want me to do. There's no winning in this situation, and I really wish that we could just move on and go forward like I thought we were the 4 months before I came back to YouTube. It wasn't until I came back to YouTube that everyone decided I was this absolute horrible monster of some kind. But I will continue to not get my friends and family involved. I will continue to be positive and look towards the future, because I'm excited for the future for the first time in a very long time. I would also like to say that I appreciate everyone around my ex, and although I don't think that you are a very good influence, but I would say that I appreciate what you're trying to do by helping Gabrielle through this time. This whole situation has been blown way out of proportion, and it's clearly being used for people's benefit, and I cannot believe it. That sucks. But I'm only going to defend my name when I need to, or when I feel like it's appropriate, and then continue to work on moving on. But I obviously won't be able to yet. So